Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this urgently. A snake is eliminated from your life. The name will hurt you by, open it immediately. Listen with attention, for Archangel Michael speaks directly to you. His voice is not carried by accident, it is carried by divine design. He says, I order you to open this urgently, because something has already shifted in the unseen. A snake has been eliminated from your life. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but in the spirit it has already happened. A hidden hand that tried to poison your peace, a tongue that spoke against your destiny, a shadow that wrapped itself around your name, has been cut off. Michael declares, the name will hurt you when you hear it, because it is someone you once trusted. But do not fear, for heaven removed their power over you. Their plans are broken, their whispers are silenced, their schemes have collapsed. What was meant to delay you has been dissolved, what was meant to destroy you has been destroyed. The snake is gone. This is not coincidence. This is divine intervention. God saw the tears you never spoke about. God saw the weight you carried when you questioned why certain doors were locked. He sent Michael, the warrior of heaven, to pierce the veil and remove what stood in your path. From this day forward, your steps are being cleared. From this day forward, your name is being lifted where no snake can reach it. Stay here till the end, because Archangel Michael says, what is coming next will shock you. You will discover the truth, and yes, it may sting at first. But it will set you free. Better to know the reality than to walk in illusion. Better to see the enemy exposed than to let the poison remain hidden. This moment is your confirmation, heaven is fighting for you, and heaven has already won. Stay with me until the end, because what I am about to reveal is not ordinary. Archangel Michael has spoken, and his words carry fire. He says, the snake that was secretly wrapping itself around your destiny has been eliminated. Understand this, heaven does not speak twice without reason. The very force that tried to block your future, the very voice that tried to bury your name, has been exposed and removed. The shock is not in the snake's fall, the shock is in the identity. The name, when it comes to you, will sting like fire because you never expected betrayal to wear such a familiar face. You will remember the conversations, the promises, the false smiles. You will wonder, how could they plan against me while standing so close? But Michael says, do not fear the pain of the name, because it is the pain that sets you free. What has been removed was holding your progress like chains. What has been destroyed was stopping your blessings like a locked gate. Now the chains are falling, now the gate is opening. This is why you are hearing this message at this exact moment. It is heaven's way of saying, you are safe now. Move forward without fear. Do not leave, remain until the end, because this message carries the sign of your release. Archangel Michael is not whispering, he is declaring with authority, your life has just shifted. What is gone will not return, and what is coming will not be stopped. Stay right here until the end, because this moment carries the breath of heaven over your life. Archangel Michael is still speaking, and his words are not light, they are thunder in the spirit. He says, the snake is gone, but now your eyes must open to see the truth that was hidden in plain sight. You wondered why certain blessings delayed, why doors closed without reason, why your energy felt drained whenever that person was near. Now you understand, it was not coincidence, it was contamination. But hear this clearly, Michael has cut off the root, and the poison can no longer touch you. What once fed on your trust has been removed from your garden forever. Do not let your heart fear the revelation of the name. Yes, the name will hurt when it comes to your mind, but it will also free you. For truth may sting, but it never kills, truth delivers. Truth shatters illusions and breaks every chain. And today, Michael says, chains that wrapped around your progress are broken. Paths that were closed are opening. What was delayed is being released. So stay with me until the final word, because this is not an ending, it is a beginning. The elimination of the snake is the announcement of your rising. The betrayal that once cut you has become the soil where your victory will grow. And heaven declares, nothing can stand against what has been released into your life now. Stay here, do not move, because what I am about to reveal will hold you until the last breath of this message. Archangel Michael stands tall, his sword still shining with the fire of heaven, and he says, the snake has been eliminated, but now your season of restoration begins. Think of how long the shadows tried to cover your light, how many nights you asked in silence, why me? Why do they treat me this way? Every tear was seen, every whisper was heard, and every wound was counted. Heaven did not ignore you, heaven was preparing your vindication. And today it is here. Michael says, do not weep over the name that hurt you, for that chapter has been sealed. Instead, rejoice, for your story is entering a divine rewrite. The pain will no longer define you. The betrayal will no longer chain you. What was used to cut you down will now be used as the very stage of your rising. Stay until the end, because this is not just a message, it is a decree over your life. The snake is gone, the mask has fallen, and your name is being lifted where no shadow can reach it again. Heaven has shifted the atmosphere, and even as you hear these words, doors that were closed are unlocking in your favor. Archangel Michael declares, from this moment, you are stepping into clarity, into power, into peace that no enemy can touch. Walk boldly, for you are no longer surrounded by snakes, you are surrounded by angels. Stay right here, do not even think of scrolling, because this part carries the deepest revelation yet. Archangel Michael speaks again, and his voice shakes the unseen. He says, the snake is gone, but now you must understand why it was there in the first place. Every obstacle, every betrayal, every delay was not only an attack, it was also a lesson. You were being refined, tested, and prepared for a greater table. The very one who tried to poison your path was unknowingly pushing you toward your true calling. Michael declares, what was meant for harm has been flipped for your good. Listen carefully. The name may still echo in your thoughts, it may still cut deep when you remember their actions. But hear the truth, their power over you has expired. They can no longer block what heaven has released. Their voice is now silence, their schemes are now dust. What once stood against you now bows before the decree of God. Stay with me until the end, because what Michael is saying next is beyond ordinary. He says, your elevation begins the moment you stop mourning the snake and start rejoicing in the sword. His sword has cut through the darkness, his hand has lifted the weight, His presence has guarded your destiny. And now, the season you feared would never arrive is finally here. Do not doubt it. You are entering alignment with doors that once seemed impossible. You are stepping into relationships that are divinely assigned. You are walking away from betrayals and walking into breakthroughs. Heaven has declared it, and no earthly hand can stop it. Archangel Michael seals it with these words: "Rise, for nothing hidden against you shall remain. Rise, for the angels surround your name. Rise, for the snake is gone and the throne of your destiny is waiting. Stay with me until the last word, because this moment is not ordinary." Archangel Michael has not finished speaking, and his voice carries the sound of final victory. He says, "The snake has been eliminated, but now the crown must be placed on your head. You have carried wounds in silence, you have walked through shadows, you have endured whispers behind your back. Yet every step you took was recorded in heaven. And today, the heavens respond, not with silence, but with celebration." Michael declares, "The very forces that once mocked you will watch as you are elevated." Do you feel it? The atmosphere around you is shifting. Doors that were sealed shut are beginning to swing wide open. Paths that were blocked are now clear. Even as you listen, angels are preparing your way, placing favor where there was resistance, planting honor where there was rejection. Stay here, because this revelation is not complete. Michael says, "Do not waste time mourning the snake's betrayal. It was only a shadow passing through your story. Your true story is about light, about destiny, about the fulfillment of what was promised. The pain of the name will fade, but the strength you gained will remain." Now listen carefully, your life is not returning to what it was. You are not going back to old cycles, old fears, or old chains. You are stepping into a chapter where every hidden attack becomes a testimony, every stolen blessing returns multiplied, every broken piece becomes a masterpiece. Archangel Michael ends with a decree that cannot be reversed: rise with courage, walk with certainty, for the angels surround you now. What was removed will never touch you again. What is coming is greater than anything you imagined. Stay right here until the end, because this revelation is building to its highest point. Archangel Michael's voice is still echoing, and every word carries the weight of heaven. He says, "The snake is gone, but the blessing is only beginning to unfold." For too long, shadows tried to silence your light, but light cannot be hidden forever. Now heaven has drawn the curtain back, and your life is stepping into divine exposure. What once was delayed will suddenly accelerate. What once was stolen will return multiplied. What once was mocked will now be honored. Listen carefully. The name that once wounded you will not define you. Their betrayal is already dust under your feet. Instead, what defines you now is the fire of God's hand resting on your destiny. Michael declares, "You are not who they said you were, you are who heaven calls you to be." That is why every limitation is falling, and every invisible wall is collapsing. Stay here, do not scroll away, because the shift is happening even as you hear this. The atmosphere around you is being rewritten. The very air you breathe carries freedom. The very steps you take are charged with angelic covering. And heaven is whispering, "This is your moment to rise." Archangel Michael seals this part with a final decree: walk boldly, for your path is guarded. Speak freely, for your voice carries power. Dream fearlessly, for no snake can touch what God has marked as yours. Stay with me until the last word, because this revelation is reaching its highest peak. Archangel Michael is not done, he is declaring your victory with fire. He says, the snake is gone, but now the harvest must begin. Think about it: every tear you cried, every silent prayer, every moment you felt abandoned, it was not wasted. Heaven was collecting it all, storing it like seeds in the soil. And today, Michael announces that the soil is breaking open. The seeds are sprouting, and your harvest is beginning to overflow. Listen closely, because this part is sacred. The name that once hurt you will no longer hold power over you. Their betrayal may echo in your memory, but it will no longer echo in your destiny. Instead, your story is being rewritten in gold, and your journey is stepping into brilliance. Michael says, do not dwell on what left, focus on what is arriving. Stay right here, because the shift is not tomorrow, it is now. Even as these words touch your ears, unseen doors are opening, invisible chains are falling, and angels are rearranging the pieces of your life into perfect alignment. The same space that once felt heavy will now feel holy. The same steps that once felt stuck will now flow with ease. Archangel Michael seals this moment with authority: rise into joy, walk into peace, stand in power. For your story is not ending in pain, it is unfolding in promise. What is coming will not be small, it will be beyond imagination. Stay right here until the end, because this revelation is about to reach the point where heaven's decree becomes unstoppable. Archangel Michael's presence surrounds you now, and he says, the snake is gone, but now your crown is being placed. Every battle you fought in silence was not in vain. Every time you stood strong when others doubted you, every time you chose light when darkness tried to pull you down, it was all seen, it was all recorded. And now heaven responds with a shift so powerful that even your enemies will not be able to deny it. Michael declares, the same mouth that spoke against you will witness your rising. The same eyes that looked down on you will watch your elevation. The same hands that tried to block you will not be able to touch what God has already sealed. Stay with me, don't move, because this part is not ordinary, it is prophetic. The betrayal that once hurt you has become the soil of your breakthrough. The name that once stung your heart will now become evidence of your testimony. What they meant for harm has become the very stage for your transformation. Even now, angels are walking ahead of you, preparing places you have never entered, placing your name in rooms you have never been. Heaven is not waiting, heaven is moving now. Archangel Michael closes this part with thunder in his voice: walk with boldness, because the snake has fallen and your story has risen. Do not fear what was lost, rejoice in what is coming, for it is greater than you ever imagined. Stay with me until the very last second, because this part carries the final thunder of heaven's decree. Archangel Michael stands before you, his wings blazing with light, and he says, the snake has fallen, but now the throne of your destiny is being unveiled. You have walked through fire, yet the fire did not consume you. You have stood in storms, yet the storms did not break you. Every battle, every tear, every hidden wound was shaping you for this very moment. Now the heavens shout, "It is finished." The chains are broken. The path is clear. Michael declares, "Do not look back with fear, for what was behind you has no power over what is ahead. Your crown is secure, your table is prepared, your name is being lifted into realms where no shadow can touch it. Stay right here, because even as you listen, something is shifting. Invisible hands are writing your name in places of honor. Opportunities are aligning that once seemed unreachable. Blessings are rushing toward you with speed that no enemy can slow down. The very atmosphere around you is being rewritten into peace, abundance, and divine clarity. Michael seals this moment with a final decree: walk into your tomorrow without fear, for the snake is gone forever. What awaits you is joy unshaken, blessings unmeasured, and a future brighter than you ever dreamed. Stay with me until the end, because what is being released in this moment is not an echo, it is a living decree. Archangel Michael is still speaking, and his voice carries both fire and peace. He says, "The snake is gone, but now the inheritance of your destiny must be delivered." Think about it. For years, unseen forces tried to hold you back, tried to cover what belonged to you. But what was hidden is now being uncovered. What was delayed is now being accelerated. What was stolen is now being returned, pressed down and overflowing. Michael declares, "No hand can block what heaven has already written with fire." Stay here, do not move, because as these words are spoken, alignments are happening. Doors you thought were closed forever are opening. People you never expected will carry blessings to your name. Favor is surrounding you like armor, and opportunities are being pulled into your path as if magnetized by heaven itself. The pain of the betrayal is over. The shadow of the name will fade, and only the strength you gained will remain. This is the turning point, the divine shift, the breaking of every limit. Michael's voice thunders once more, "Walk into this new chapter with courage." You are not stepping into survival, you are stepping into overflow. And as this part closes, know this: your story is not one of defeat but of divine rewriting. The snake is gone, the chains are broken, the crown is placed, and the scroll of your destiny has been unrolled. Heaven has spoken, it cannot be undone. Stay right here until the very end, because this part carries the glory of what heaven has been preparing for you. Archangel Michael stands with his sword raised high, and he says, "The snake is gone, but now your season of overflow is being poured out." Think deeply. Every hidden battle, every silent night, every unanswered question, none of it was wasted. It was building the foundation for this very moment. The chains have been cut, the shadows have been scattered, and now the light of your destiny shines without obstruction. Michael declares, "This is the time where promises turn into reality." Stay with me, don't move, because what is unfolding right now is not just a blessing, it is a transformation. The ground beneath your feet is shifting, the air around you is charged with favor, and the heavens above you are open like never before. What once resisted you is bowing before you. What once ignored you is now calling for you. What once rejected you is now preparing to honor you. The betrayal that once hurt your heart will now serve as proof of your rising. The name that once stung will no longer carry pain, it will carry testimony. For your story is not ending with wounds, it is rising with victory. Archangel Michael seals this moment with a divine decree: rise without fear, for angels surround you. Step forward with boldness, for no shadow remains. Embrace what is coming, for it will not be small, it will be beyond your imagination. Stay right here until the final word, because this part carries the loudest revelation yet. Archangel Michael is still speaking, his presence brighter than fire, his voice shaking the unseen. He says, "The snake is gone, but now the inheritance of generations is being unlocked in your life." Think about that. What your family lost, what was stolen from your bloodline, what was hidden in shadows for years, heaven is now placing it in your hands. The pain of the past is being exchanged for the promise of the future. The wounds of betrayal are being exchanged for crowns of honor. Michael declares, you are not just rising for yourself, you are rising for those who came before you and those who will come after you. Stay with me, because the atmosphere is shifting even now. Doors that were once guarded are opening wide. Voices that once silenced you are falling silent. The very chains that held your ancestors are breaking in your presence. And in their place, freedom is flowing like a river around you. This is not small, this is not ordinary. This is the moment where your life becomes a testimony others will speak about. The name that once hurt you will no longer haunt you, it will prove that heaven never left your side. The betrayal becomes a stepping stone, and the wound becomes a weapon of strength. Archangel Michael seals this part with authority: rise boldly, for heaven has already gone before you. Rise confidently, for your destiny is guarded. Rise joyfully, for your story is not ending, it is only beginning in glory. Stay right here until the very end, because this part carries the grand release of everything heaven has been building for you. Archangel Michael stands firm, his sword lifted high, his wings blazing with light, and he says, "The snake is gone, but now your throne is revealed." For too long you walked with questions. For too long you carried weights that were never yours. For too long you wondered if the silence meant God had forgotten you. But heaven was never silent, heaven was preparing your unveiling. Every battle was shaping you. Every betrayal was positioning you. Every delay was aligning you with a greater design. Michael declares, now the waiting is over. The testing is complete. The crown that was hidden has been placed upon your name. What was taken will be restored. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was stolen will be returned in measures beyond your imagination. Stay with me, do not move, because what is coming next is beyond ordinary blessing. The very places where you were rejected will celebrate you. The very voices that doubted you will speak of your rising. The very paths that were blocked will open like gates of gold before you. And as this part closes, Archangel Michael seals the decree with power: step forward without fear, for the snake is no more. Step into your tomorrow with boldness, for angels guard your path. Step into destiny with joy, for heaven has spoken, and it shall not be undone. Stay here, do not move, because what is about to unfold carries the deepest secret of heaven's plan for you. Archangel Michael has not stepped away, his presence is still surrounding you with fire, and his voice speaks with unstoppable authority. He says, "The snake is gone, but now your inheritance of light is being unlocked. Think carefully. There were things meant for you long before you were born. Promises written over your life, blessings sealed with your name, gifts designed only for you. Yet they were delayed, hidden behind shadows, blocked by unseen hands. But today, Michael declares, every delay has expired. Every hidden thing is being revealed. Every blessing is being released. Stay with me until the end, because this moment is not ordinary, it is your turning point. The very wounds that once weakened you are now becoming your strength. The very tears that once drowned you are now watering your harvest. The very betrayal that once cut you is now your evidence of survival. Michael's decree carries power. Do not fear the silence of people, for heaven's voice is louder. Do not fear the absence of support, for angels surround you. Do not fear the name that hurt you, for it has no power left. Your destiny is already crowned, and your season of overflow has begun. Even now, unseen doors are opening, new paths are being written, and opportunities are chasing after your name. What was once far is now within reach. What was once impossible is now inevitable. Archangel Michael seals this part with thunder in his voice. Walk with certainty, for the story of pain is closed. Walk with boldness, for the chapter of glory has opened. Walk with joy, for heaven has spoken, and nothing can reverse it. Stay right here until the very end, because this is the closing wave of revelation that heaven has been waiting for you to hear. Archangel Michael stands unshaken, his armor glowing like fire, his voice echoing like thunder. He says, "The snake is gone, but now the full measure of your destiny has been released." Every hidden battle has led to this point. Every unseen tear, every silent cry, every unanswered prayer, they were not ignored. They were building the foundation for your rising. Heaven was not late, heaven was preparing the perfect timing. And now that moment has arrived. Michael declares, the name that once brought pain will now bring closure. The betrayal that once stung will now serve as evidence that you were chosen. The shadows that once followed you have vanished, and only light surrounds your path. Stay with me, do not scroll away, because this is the moment where your life takes a divine turn. The doors you could not open yourself are being swung wide by angelic hands. The opportunities that seemed unreachable are being placed into your path. The blessings that were delayed are being delivered with double measure. Your future is not in pieces, it is whole. Your story is not broken, it is rewritten. Your destiny is not fragile, it is secured by heaven itself. And as Michael's sword seals this decree, his words thunder one last time, walk as one who has already won. Step forward as one who carries heaven's mark. Live boldly, for nothing can stop what God has released over your life. Stay right here until the last line, because this part carries the continuation of glory that heaven has prepared just for you. Archangel Michael has not stepped back, he is still near, and his words are louder than ever. He says, the snake is gone, but now the mantle of greatness has been placed upon you. Think of it. Every closed door was not a denial, it was preparation. Every delay was not punishment, it was alignment. Every betrayal was not the end, it was the unveiling of who truly walks with you. And now, Michael declares, the season of waiting is finished. The season of walking into fulfillment has begun. Stay with me, because this moment is alive with destiny. Even as these words reach your ears, angels are arranging divine connections in your favor. Promises that felt distant are stepping closer. Dreams you thought were buried are breathing again. The very air around you is carrying restoration. Michael's decree is clear: do not waste time looking back at what was removed. The snake's fall was necessary for your rising. What was hidden in shadow is now exposed to light. What was once impossible will now become effortless. The shift is not coming tomorrow, it is happening now. The path ahead of you is charged with power, marked by favor, and guarded by angelic fire. And as this part closes, Archangel Michael seals it with authority: rise without hesitation. Move without fear. Live without limits. For heaven has already declared, you are unstoppable. Stay here until the very end, because this part carries the overflow of heaven's decree for your life. Archangel Michael is still present, his wings stretched wide, his sword glowing with unstoppable fire. He says, the snake is gone, but now the floodgates of favor are opening over you. For too long, you felt resistance where there should have been progress. For too long, you questioned why the blessings seemed delayed. But Michael reveals, the delay was never denial, it was preservation. Heaven was waiting until the path was clear, until the snake was removed, so that nothing could contaminate what belongs to you. Stay with me, don't move, because what is coming is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. Doors that once ignored your knock will now swing wide without effort. Opportunities that were hidden are now rising into your hands. People who once turned away will now be drawn toward you, carrying answers, resources, and blessings you didn't even ask for. Michael declares, this is not a season of little, this is a season of abundance. What was stolen will return multiplied. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger. What was hidden will shine brighter than ever. And even as you listen, the atmosphere is shifting. The weight is lifting, the silence is breaking, and your destiny is roaring to life. This is the moment where your story moves from shadows to spotlight, from questions to answers, from waiting to walking in fullness. Archangel Michael seals it with his final decree for this part: step boldly, for the ground beneath your feet is holy. Move freely, for the chains no longer exist. Live loudly, for heaven has declared, you are chosen, and you are unstoppable. Stay right here until the last second, because this part carries the unstoppable roar of heaven over your life. Archangel Michael is still standing with you, his presence blazing like lightning, his words flowing like rivers of fire. He says, the snake is gone, but now the crown of completion rests upon your name. Think of the weight you carried, the battles you fought in silence, the tears you shed when no one understood. All of it has been recorded, and heaven has answered. What once felt like delay was preparation. What once looked like loss was hidden positioning. And now, Michael declares, the full circle has come. The season of suffering is over. The chapter of breakthrough is open. Stay with me, because what is unfolding is bigger than you ever imagined. Even as these words enter your spirit, chains are snapping, curses are dissolving, and generations of resistance are bowing before your rising. What limited your family will not limit you. What silenced others will not silence you. What broke them will not break you. Michael thunders, you are the chosen one marked for overflow. You are the vessel of restoration. You are the sign that heaven still intervenes in the lives of those who believe. Do not move away, remain until the end, because even now angels are releasing treasures with your name on them. Relationships, opportunities, and blessings are being aligned. Paths that looked impossible are being written straight before you. And Archangel Michael seals this part with his decree, rise into your fullness. Walk into your greatness. Live in your victory. For the snake is gone forever, and heaven has declared, you cannot be stopped. Stay right here until the very end, because this part carries the grand finale of everything heaven has been building for you. Archangel Michael is still before you, his sword glowing like the sun, his wings spread wide across the heavens. He says, the snake is gone, but now the banner of victory is lifted over your life. Think carefully. Every trial, every wound, every betrayal was never the end, it was the preparation for this very moment. What was once broken has now been restored. What was once hidden has now been revealed. What was once delayed has now been delivered. And heaven is announcing, it is done. Michael declares, your life will no longer be remembered by pain, but by promise. No longer by betrayal, but by breakthrough. No longer by silence, but by song. The pages of your story have turned, and this new chapter glows with favor, abundance, and unshakable peace. Stay with me, don't move, because even now the atmosphere around you is shifting. The ground beneath your feet is holy. The air you breathe is filled with freedom. The very space you stand in is surrounded by angels, carrying blessings you never thought possible. And as this message closes, Archangel Michael seals it with thunder that cannot be undone. Walk in joy, for the snake has fallen. Live in freedom, for the chains are broken. Rise in glory, for your destiny is crowned. What was against you is finished. What is for you has begun, and it will never be taken away. Stay with me until the very end, because this revelation is not a repeat, it is a brand new wave from heaven. Archangel Michael has not stepped away, his presence is still burning, his voice still shaking the unseen. He says, the snake is gone, but now the scroll of your destiny is being unrolled before your eyes. Think of this carefully. There are chapters of your story you have not read yet, promises written long before you were born, blessings reserved for this very season. The delays you endured were only pauses, not endings. The betrayals you faced were only exposure, not defeat. And now Michael declares, the scroll is open. The future is clear. The path is marked in light. Stay right here, because what is unfolding is not small. Angels are placing your name in higher places. Favor is chasing you faster than fear ever did. Opportunities that once seemed unreachable are being drawn toward you like rivers returning to the sea. Michael's decree is unstoppable. The pain of the past will not enter this new chapter. The shadow of the name that hurt you cannot cross this threshold. You are stepping into a season where your destiny is not delayed, your blessings are not blocked, and your joy is not stolen. And as this part closes, heaven seals it with power. Michael lifts his sword and proclaims, "Walk forward with no hesitation. You are chosen, you are covered, you are unstoppable. The snake is gone forever, and your scroll of destiny is alive in this very moment."